Octopath Traveler is a great RPG in its own right, and it birthed the gorgeous old-school classic RPG look of Super Nintendo-style pixels with beautiful three-dimensional looking backgrounds to make Octopath Traveler an absolute gem to play for old and new RPG lovers alike. Octopath Traveler 2 is close to launch with its release date set for February 24th, 2023, so only a few days away at the time of this recording. The great thing about Octopath Traveler 2 is that you don't have to have played the original to enjoy it. It is its own story, plot, and characters and lore, so diving into this new release doesn't require you to have beaten the original Octopath Traveler. It does take place in the same world, and it will, however, carry over the fan favorite systems. Their twist on the classic turn-based JRPG gameplay, for example, by offering the boost and break system, is making its grand return, or the feature that allows each playable character, there are 8 of them by the way, to have their own individual abilities, like mugging people if you're a thief, or challenging others to a duel if you're a warrior. There are also some grand improvements for Octopath Traveler 2, and I believe it will actually end up having a better story because of these changes. So let's dive into all the juicy details we know, everything we know, about Octopath Traveler 2 releasing on February 24, 2023 on the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5, and on PC for Steam, and with the highly likely possibility of releasing to Xbox platforms later on. One thing that weighed heavy on many of the people who enjoyed the original Octopath Traveler was how the characters didn't have much interaction with one another, and Octopath Traveler 2 plans to fix that with more dialogue between the cast of characters. You can expect 4 people in your party at a time, but back at camp, all of your characters you have will be there. This is where motivations and extra conversations can happen between all of the party, and I think the game will be much better for that. Also, although the combat is going to be much like it was in Octopath Traveler, this includes the option to build up boosts to unleash a ton of attacks at once, and also the ability to speed up the fight if you're grinding, or perhaps it's just a long fight that you want to get through faster. Also, there's a new system called Latent Power System, which allows you to build up your energy to release special abilities when it's full. Traversing the world is also getting some new love, with the ability to ride boats along river passages, for example, which reminds me heavily of the old RPGs of yore. Dragon Quest certainly comes to mind, as you can use the boat to fast travel to certain locations you have visited, and the side quests along the way have been promised to be better than the original, so there should be plenty of extra adventures and secrets all over the world. The art direction of this style of RPG they originally invented with the first Octopath Traveler is of course returning, and from the looks of things, it looks like they have further mastered it, and it's looking like a very noticeable jump in quality. Larger towns with way more detail in and around every nook and cranny of the world, and that pixel art is absolute chef's kiss. As a person who played RPGs all the way back on the OG Nintendo and saw them grow through higher pixel counts and into 3D, the little pixel characters will always hold a special place in my heart. Some of the design here is absolute top notch. This art style Square has actually dubbed as HD 2D, and they have been leaning into it lately, and I'm so glad they are. As far as gameplay is concerned, you can expect that same excitement of unlocking new jobs, big awesome boss fights, beautiful character progression, sweet loot, and tons of secrets and discoveries to be made. Just like in the original Octopath Traveler, you will choose who to start your journey with and then collect the other 7 companions from around the world, seeing each character's story and then all of them combining for the world's story arc. Their stories will intertwine at this point. The characters we get in Octopath Traveler 2 include Hikari, the warrior, Patricio, the merchant, Agnia, the dancer, Throne, the thief, Oswald the scholar, Temenos the cleric, Casti the apothecary, and Ochet the hunter. You can also expect a day and night cycle in Octopath Traveler 2, and your abilities for each class will be affected by this cycle. So things you can do during the day may be different than what you can do at night, even with the same character. This opens up the possibility for a lot of secret dialogue and interactions out the world with NPCs. Let's take a moment real quick to hear about the sponsors of this channel, the members of Napalm, and then we'll be back for more. Please hit that like and subscribe, and don't go anywhere. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to the members of Napalm. They have strapped on their armor and are casting the spells of awesome by supporting this channel and keeping me full-time every month. Thank you so very much. And I think you are interested in becoming a member. You can do so by clicking join down below this video and pick a level that is right for you. And I would like to give a very special thank you to the Lords of Napalm, Bounty Code, Jared Woodhouse, Daimlos, Farthest Reach, Sparrow, Christopher Hensel, Random Rob, Zelik Lid, Rotten Yo Mom, Vander, Gallery Moonsong, What's the Takeaway, Trips, Daniel Cordley, Richard Glass, and Remy D. Thank you for your highest tier membership. Octopath Traveler 2 is a highly anticipated new JRPG release that I believe will capture the beauty and essence of the original and expand upon it. This release's success will likely determine the future of the series, and I hope there is a place for this new classic JRPG style of game to coexist with the big Final Fantasies, Dragon Quests, and other AAA RPG titles. There is something magical about the art style and the storytelling, the simple but fun battle system, and the characters being presented in this pixel style. I also hope this Square will continue to push new titles in this new breathtaking art style of HD 2D, and we can see some remakes even of old Super Nintendo classics brought to the new age with this style of graphics. Imagine something like Final Fantasy VI or Final Fantasy III as it's known in North America upon release with this kind of HD 2D love, and how amazing that would be while still retaining the spirit of the original. I would swoon with delight if we were to see some RPGs like that reimagined in this way. But there will be lots of content, tips, guides for Octopath Traveler 2 here on the channel, so make sure you subscribe if you made it this far with me. I will be playing Octopath Traveler 2, and so you will be seeing some content here on the channel about it. But now listen, I want you to let me know if you're planning on getting Octopath Traveler 2, what platform you're getting it on, and how you feel about this sequel to this beloved original. And did you play the original Octopath Traveler? Let me know all that down below. Make sure you leave me a comment, it really helps, and plus I like reading them. And also, please like the video and subscribe for more MMO and RPG content. And until next time, my friends, God bless and happy gaming.